Welcome to the first episode of 2019. I figured this would be a great time to introduce a friend of mine. This is Pask and he's my navigator. No one knows the stars better than this guy. He unfortunately doesn't speak any Earth languages, but I've rigged up a little device to help him communicate. Well, he's a bit of a slow typer, so I'll let him take his time creating what I'm sure is a rousing introduction speech. While he's doing that, I'll move along with the episode. There's a lot of things about the world around us that we all tend to forget or not think too much about. One of those things being the fact that sound can literally f***ing kill you. Speaking simply, sound is a push through the air. The sound of my voice through your speakers or headphones is basically a little nudge on your eardrum. Make a sound loud enough and you've got a classic Kool-Aid Man situation, except the wall he bursts through is your delicate ear parts shattering into 1,000 tiny pieces. The sound of a bomb can knock you flat on your ass or tear a house apart. It's much like a grizzly bear barreling towards you, and once it hits you in the face, it's going to f***ing hurt. So with that in mind, what was the loudest sound ever recorded? And what exactly did it do to the surrounding area? If you thought something like the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful nuclear weapon ever detonated, would produce the loudest sound, it's a good guess, but there's been much, much louder. The loudest sound ever made was a natural occurrence, and the bad news is, there's a pretty good chance it'll happen again. I'm Vibi, and on this episode of A Space Alien Explains, the Krakatoa eruption. On August 27, 1883, people near the island of Mauritius heard what they believed to be cannon fire coming from a nearby ship at sea. Meanwhile, about 3,000 miles away in Indonesia, the Krakatoa volcano had just violently erupted. The cannon shots they heard was actually the sound of Krakatoa blowing itself apart. Literally, a mountain was there 1 second, and it was completely f***ing gone the next. 40 miles away from the volcano, the sound of the blast had ruptured sailors' eardrums. And I can already imagine how problematic that might have been. Captain, someone's fallen off the starboard side. What? The explosion triggered tsunamis that reached as far away as South Africa. The height of the waves varied, but some were as tall as 98 feet in certain places. Speaking of terrifying waves, remember when I said that sound was a push through the air? People in other parts of the world didn't hear the volcano exploding, but the sound waves still certainly made it to them. How did they know? Sudden spikes in atmospheric pressure were recorded everywhere on the planet as the sound waves traveled through, and these pressure spikes happened more than once. It's believed that the sound made by Krakatoa's eruption went around the Earth 3.5 times. The ash from the volcano also really f***ed up the sky. I'm sure you're all familiar with this painting? This is what the sky over Norway looked like after the eruption. And I must say, that expression is very appropriate for the situation. The pyroclastic flow from the volcano, which by the way, traveled over the f***ing water, the volcanic ash, and the ensuing tsunamis killed an estimated 36,000 people. Islands are lovely, let's live here. Oh shit, that volcano blew itself to pieces, huh? Least it's gone now. No need to worry about it anymore. Right? Like the phoenix rising from its ashes, reborn with the full intention of clawing out your fragile, squishy eyeballs. A new volcano has risen in Krakatoa's place. Its name is Anak-Krakatau, which means child of Krakatoa, and it's turning out that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so to speak. On December 22nd of 2018, Anak-Krakatau erupted, causing a substantial portion of the volcano to collapse into the sea. The massive landslide triggered a tsunami, and as of December 31st, 2018, the current number of casualties is at 437 dead and 14,059 injured. Anak-Krakatau seems destined to follow right in the footsteps of its parent. It's really no surprise to me. I'm convinced every volcano in Indonesia is deliberately trying to kill us. I mean you. I can get off this bitch anytime I want. Oh, Pask, are you finished typing? Great, let's hear that carefully crafted introduction speech.
Hi, I'm Pask.
Is that it? Cut it. Cut the video. Hi everyone, happy 2019, and thank you so much for watching. One of my goals this year is to show some more love to the community I have here on YouTube, so from now on, at the end of every episode, I'll be featuring a piece of fan art and a couple of comments from the previous video. So here's this week's featured work, a calligraphy piece made by It's Amir here on Instagram. You can find a link to their page in the description. And here are some comments from the last video. As always, hit the like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more from this channel. Follow me on any of my social media, and do feel free to send me fan art if you have any. Thanks again for sticking by, and I'll see you next week. I'll try my best to help Pask with his typing skills.